Welcome back to Space Up. Today we're tackling one of the most chilling what-if scenarios in the universe. What if our sun, the very heart of our solar system, suddenly collapsed into a black hole? It sounds like the plot of a sci-fi horror movie, but what would actually happen might just surprise you. The sun is more than just a star. It's our lifeline. It gives us light, warmth, and the energy that fuels every living thing on this planet. From the smallest plant to the tallest skyscraper, everything we know exists because of its constant, life-giving glow. But imagine, for a moment, that light just went out. What if gravity finally won the ultimate battle and our sun transformed into the most mysterious and extreme object in the cosmos? A black hole? First off, what even is a black hole? Think of it as gravity in overdrive. It's what happens when a truly massive star runs out of fuel and collapses under its own immense weight. The star's core gets crushed into an infinitely dense point called a singularity, surrounded by a boundary known as the event horizon. This is the point of no return, a cosmic waterfall so powerful that not even light can escape its pull. But here's the interesting part. Our sun isn't massive enough to become a black hole on its own. When its life ends billions of years from now, it's destined to become a quiet, fading white dwarf. So, for this scenario, we have to bend the rules of physics a little. Let's imagine that, through some cosmic magic, the sun instantly shrinks into a black hole but keeps its original mass. What would happen to Earth? Surprisingly, the initial effect on our orbit would be nothing. If the sun's mass stays the same, its gravitational pull on the planets remains the same. Earth would continue to orbit that exact same spot in space, just as it always has. We wouldn't get sucked in or fly off into the void. The planets would keep dancing their cosmic ballet, but their partner would have changed from a brilliant star to an invisible phantom. The real change would be the sudden and total darkness. Sunlight takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to travel to Earth. So for that brief time, we'd be blissfully unaware. Then, without any warning, the lights would go out. Day would turn to permanent night, the moon would go dark, and the sky would become an unchanging canvas of brilliant, sharp stars. Almost immediately, the temperature would start to plummet. The global average temperature would drop below freezing within a single week. Within a month, it would be a bone-chilling 73 degrees Celsius or 100 Fahrenheit. The surfaces of the oceans would freeze over, creating a thick crust of ice that would slowly expand downwards, turning Earth into a silent, frozen ice world. For humanity, it would be the end of civilization as we know it. Without sunlight, photosynthesis would stop, plants would die, and the entire food chain would collapse. Our primary sources of energy would be geothermal heat from the Earth's core and our remaining nuclear power plants. Small pockets of humanity might survive in deep underground shelters or in submarines near hydrothermal vents at the bottom of the ocean, but life on the surface would become impossible. As the weeks turned into months, something even stranger would happen. Earth's atmosphere itself would begin to freeze. The air we breathe, oxygen and nitrogen, would condense and fall to the ground as snow, blanketing the frozen world in a ghostly layer of solidified air. Our once vibrant blue planet would become a desolate, icy wasteland, silently orbiting its dark master. But even in this frozen future, gravity would still hold us in its grip. Earth would continue to orbit the black hole sun for millions, maybe even billions of years, a dark, frozen tomb drifting through space. The only thing that could change our fate would be a close encounter with another star. If a rogue star passed through our solar system, it could disrupt our orbit and fling Earth out into the vast emptiness of interstellar space. We would become a rogue planet, a lonely wanderer carrying the frozen memory of a world that once thrived with life. Now, let's consider an even more dramatic scenario. What if the sun didn't just shrink, but collapsed violently in a supernova explosion to form the black hole? That would be a completely different story, and a much shorter one for us. A supernova so close would be an extinction-level event of unimaginable scale. The initial blast of radiation and energy would vaporize Mercury, Venus, and almost certainly Earth in an instant. For anyone watching from a distant star system, it would be a spectacular firework display. For us, it would be game over before we even knew what was happening. But let's pull back from the brink and look for a glimmer of hope. Humans are survivors, innovators, and dreamers. If we had enough warning, could we escape? Perhaps we could build massive space habitats powered by fusion energy, creating artificial suns to light our new worlds. We could even colonize Mars or the moons of Jupiter, watching from a safe distance as our home star transforms. In fact, an advanced civilization might even learn to harness the power of the black hole itself. There's a mind-bending concept in physics called the Penrose process, which theorizes that it's possible to extract energy from a rotating black hole. If humanity survived, we could potentially turn our former sun into the ultimate cosmic power plant, a source of nearly infinite energy to fuel our future among the stars. So, what about the other planets? The gas giants, Jupiter and Saturn, would become frozen solid, their swirling clouds turning into rigid shells of ice. Their moons, like Europa and Enceladus, might have a brief window of habitability as their internal heat keeps their subsurface oceans liquid. But eventually, they too would succumb to the deep cold. The entire solar system, once a vibrant neighborhood of diverse worlds, would become a silent, icy graveyard. And yet, in all that darkness and silence, something profound remains. Black holes aren't just cosmic destroyers, they are masters of time. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, the stronger the gravity, the slower time passes. If you could safely orbit close to the event horizon, time for you would slow to a crawl compared to the rest of the universe. A few minutes for you could be years, or even centuries for everyone else. The death of our sun could, paradoxically, unlock one of the deepest secrets of the cosmos, the nature of time itself. The idea of our sun becoming a black hole is terrifying, but it's also a powerful reminder of how precious and fragile our existence truly is. We live in a delicate balance of light and gravity, creation and destruction. This balance is what makes our corner of the universe so special, so beautiful, and so alive. So the next time you step outside and feel the warmth of the sun on your face, take a moment to appreciate it. It's not just a giant ball of gas in the sky, it's our anchor, our protector, and the source of all life. Every sunrise is a gift, a promise of another day in this incredible cosmic journey. Thank you for watching Space Up, where we believe curiosity has no limits. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with a fellow explorer. Because every star has a story, and this one is a reminder of how lucky we are to be a part of it.